There's rumors that have come out that Dr. Ivan Khoza is looking to step down from being chairperson of the PSL. Dr. Ivan Khoza, of course, as we know, one of the most important people in South African football, especially on the commercial side, when it comes to the PSL and the NPSL as a whole, and the NSL, as a whole. He has steadied the ship and run the ship for years. For years. Dr. Ivan Khoza has been, for decades actually. Dr. Ivan Khoza has been running the ship, and a lot of people have pointed to him as being the mastermind of everything. If you watched that documentary that they had, PSL, he was the one that flew over to Manchester. He was the one that initiated things with Dr. Kaizer when they were starting the PSL, flew over to Manchester to go figure out how to do TV deals, all of that stuff. Formerly being chairperson, I think it's now 21 years that he's been formally chairperson of the PSL. And now there's rumors of him stepping down. And what's interesting is that everybody's melting down. Everybody's scared. Apparently, one of the questions that they have is, who's going to be next? That's a big question. Has the person who's going to be stepping in being groomed for this position? Have they had time in position? Are they going to be thrown into the deep end? Are they people who are currently existing in the NEC who are already old themselves? I mean, Dr. Kaizer Motaung is also in his 70s, if I'm not mistaken. The acting PSL CEO for the past 9 years, Omatu Madlala, is also very old, and she's got her golden arrows. Who's going to take over? And can that person take over for a very long time? One of the other problems that they have with this, and one of the concerns that has been brought up, is that it seems as though everything to do with the PSL runs through Dr. Ivan Khoza. Everything. He's got the sponsors, he's got the connections, he's got the new ideas, everything runs to Dr. Ivan Khoza. And you sit back and you go, okay, what happens when he lets go? What state will the PSL be in? I mean, just a couple of, I think it was last week, the Santos owner, Gulam Ali, even though Santos is in the regional leagues, he said that he's scared. What happens when Ivan Khoza leaves? Old owners are saying that. And with the league in a very tough situation, where sponsorships are tough for teams, where we're looking at these TV deals and streaming and how to move this forward, does losing Dr. Ivan Khoza become a big issue? I want to reference what we spoke about earlier. Abo Mam Realitwaba. Coming back and looking at SAFA seats. Is that not what's going to happen when Ubab Ivan steps aside, Dr. Ivan Khoza steps aside? The PSL executive right now, as it stands, Stan Matthews, long-time member, is there. We still have about David Tiriela, Black Leopards owner. We still have so many of the older people still holding on to power within our league. And the sad part is that they're not opening spaces for younger minds to come in. We don't have the same type of movements that created a Dr. Ivan Khoza, that created a Danny Jordaan, let's say, that created a lot of these people where they came up through the ranks. Who steps in, and are they ready to step in? That is the question. That is what's holding the PSL. And it might be something that's holding the PSL back even. This also brings about the question that should club owners and people who are invested in these clubs be the ones running the league? Because it creates all types of loopholes. All types of loopholes. Think about it. If we look at the executive, I own a team. Why would I vote against status selling? I'm in a tough space. My pocket is lit in my pocket. Easily, I can just go to somebody and say, there you go. That's a conflict of interest, for example. And how many other conflicts of interest exist? Because our owners are running this league. Chairperson, Pirates. Co-vice chairperson, if I'm not mistaken, Chiefs. Acting CEO, Golden Arrows. Executive, Cape Town City, Stellenbosch, we have Black Leopards, we have Sundowns, we have Supersport United represented there. Can we trust that the decisions made at that level are going to be ones that are for the good of the football? And that we're not going to see the same thing, especially from owners that have been there for a very long time. And I know people are going to speak about old players. Oh no, the players should step in. Guys, are the players administrators? Do the players have the connections, the experience? Have they been building that for them to step in? I made the example previously again about Urieli Toba that Jordaan is not a former player. Dr. Ivan Khoza is not a former player, or to the level. Is not a former player. A lot of the people that are running our football just happen to be really great administrators. Do we have those administrators that can step in? Should we move to a situation where we run it like a company? Shareholders can be the teams. We can say the teams are the shareholders of the league or the board of the league. But the actual day-to-day running should be given to other people. Who are these other people? You know, there was a fight that Chipa had, Chipa Mpengesi, well, he referred to, that he was meant to step into the executive. Now, Chipa United has been in our league for, I think it's 10 years, 10, 11 years now. There's been a fight where they were speaking about it. And he said that he was meant to step in because David Tiriela's Black Leopards had just been relegated. Chigi, he buys a status and is back into the executive by virtue of now jumping into that, right? Well, bringing his team back. Those are the type of loopholes. And then when Dr. Ivan Khoza steps aside, are those people going to step in? What is the succession plan of our league? If everybody's scared that the moment Dr. Ivan leaves the steering wheel, everything will go haywire, what is the succession plan? Why haven't we been grooming these people? You founded the league in 1996. You stepped in as chairperson in 2003. 1996 is what? 28 years ago? 2003 is what? 20, 21 years ago? In all that time, we haven't had people who could be the new Ivan Khoza, the new Dr. Kaizer, the new everybody in our football. Who takes over Orlando Pirates when Dr. Ivan Khoza leaves? We already see the struggle at Kaizer Chiefs. Is there no planning within our league to make sure that the next steps are taken? And what scares me the most is the older you keep it, the less new ideas come to the fore. I'm going to use a stupid example. I always use this example for those who watch the normal show. How many PSL teams have TikTok accounts? How many PSL teams have built relationships within their communities? Now you look at the PSL as a whole, the executive. How many of those guys can make new connections? Even under Dr. Ivan Khoza's leadership, think about what has happened. Black Label Cup, existing relationship. DSTV Prem, existing relationship with Supersport and MultiChoice. They haven't really been able to innovate past this point. And now they find themselves in a catch-22 where the guy who used to make the calls for you, the guys who used to make the calls, hey, Gunzima, guys, we need a new trophy. Hello, Kaling. Hey, Gunzima, guys, Absa has just pulled out of the league. Absa's pulled out of the league. We don't have a league sponsor. Who makes the call to SuperSport and MultiChoice? Already, sponsors are said to be jumping. Hey, they're in a tough spot right now. What happens immediately when he leaves? That's the first catch-22. You guys aren't ready. The other catch-22 is that he leaves and you're now going to have somebody learn in real time how to be a Dr. Ivan Khoza. Boma, 40 years of experience that somebody's going to have to step in and know from stage one. You also have all the owners who are probably not going to want to change the system. I said it earlier about Mamria. Nobody has come out and said, we want to change fundamentally how SAFA runs. Who's going to change? Let's say Lucas Khatebe is brought in, as everybody keeps speaking. Lucas Khatebe, Dr. Khumalo. Okay, Lucas steps in day one. Is he Ivan Khoza? How long will it take him to get up to that level? How long will it take him to learn the administration side of the football? These are the issues. And it seems like it's plaguing all of our football, because even at SAFA, we're watching the same people, guys, the same people. No disrespect. Mamria, Leslie Sidibe, Dennis Mumble, Vernon Seymour, all these people. Same gens. Who's to say you bring in Lucas Khatebe, but he doesn't become like Neil Tovey at SAFA? Neil Tovey is in SAFA. For so long, they've held on with no new ideas. And that is scary. That is scary. I'll say it one more time. I am scared that there's no succession plan and there's no innovation. The creation of the PSL, the creation of the TV deal, the creation and structure of all those things were innovative. Dr. Ivan Khoza came with fresh ideas and went to go look elsewhere to go find them. Are they closing down? Are they closing down the pathways that create the new ones?